Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bullwinkle Wednesday. It's a good little bit of people here. This is cool. It's been a little while since we've had this kind of turnout, I think. At least it's early on. Anyway, so tonight we're talking about wieners and balls. Yeah. Every month there's a theme, and this is the one. Last month was boobs, so it just felt natural. You know. But I figured basically everybody's either got one or has seen one and has some sort of opinions on wieners and balls, right? Literally every person who has a penis or has seen a penis also has an opinion on whether or not they're circumcised. So that's all a thing. And I've found that whoever you're talking to, their opinion about that changes drastically depending on whether or not they know that you're uncircumcised. Yeah. So I've gotten positive reviews across the board, but I've only talked to people who have seen it, so it's like a fallacy or something. Anyway, let's get some real comics up here. We're gonna start things off with David Bair, everybody.
Yeah!
Oh, what's up, Moose? Y'all keep it going for Ian real quick. So, speaking of weenies and balls, been trying to spice things up with my girlfriend here recently because she's super hot and intimidates the fuck out of me. So I've been trying to keep up with her, and the other day I was on top of her and I was putting the moves on her. You know how it is, sir. I'm on her. I'm like, yeah. You like that magic mushroom? She's like, no thanks, I don't microdose. It's like, fine, I'll be in the bathroom tripping balls by my damn self. How do y'all feel about these student loans being forgiven?
Hell yeah.
Y'all for it?
Yeah.
The way I feel about it is that, if I go to the racetrack and I bet all my money on a shitty horse, I can't call the horse the next day asking where my money went. Right? But the government can call me every night of the week. Where's that money? Where's that money? I feel like I'm going to call the next time my student loan officer calls me, I'm going to give him the 1-800-GAMBLING hotline. You got a buddy or a problem, buddy. You call them. Don't call me. I went to college. I went to Oklahoma State for a little bit. While I was there, I got in trouble for killing a squirrel. Yeah, trouble. So there's these big, fat, juicy fox squirrels outside the library, right? And I'm from a place called Gurdon, Arkansas. When I walk in the woods, squirrels tremble, okay? They know me by name. Well, these squirrels at Oklahoma State's campus were acting all out of pocket, just eating out of people's hands and shit, and I've never felt more disrespected in my life, sir. So I set me a little trap. I got me a pile of Skittles, and I put them on a brick wall, and I waited for one of them fox squirrels to come on up, and I grabbed it, stabbed it with my pocket knife, took it back to the dorm, and started cooking it. I thought everything was good. I thought everything was groovy until campus police came and knocked on my door. Apparently, they got a call. It was like, oh my God, some guy's stabbing a squirrel outside the library. And they got another call. Oh my God, somebody's carrying a dead squirrel across the library. And then they got a third call. Hey, Captain, get over here. It's delicious, I promise. Second time campus police got called on me, I was filleting crappie out on the tailgate of the truck. Lake Carl Blackwell's right there next to Oklahoma State, and I skipped class and going out there and caught me some fish, and somebody in the dorms looked out of their window and saw a white dude with a long fillet knife and blood all over his shirt, called the cops on me again. They didn't freak out too bad, though, because, they knew the dorm, so when they pulled up, they were like, what you cooking now, Bair? Can you please clean your fish inside the dorm? I was like, yeah, fine. Scaring the neighbors. The third time, campus police got called on me. I wasn't at my dorm. I was at my fraternity house. You see, for every home game, we would smoke a big pig, right? Well, so the dude in charge of it ruined it. Didn't put water in the smoker, and it got burnt and destroyed and nasty. So last minute, we had to go to the ag department and buy a new pig. So I went and brought it to the backyard, and I stabbed it, and as it was squealing, the sorority house next door heard, looked out their window, and they saw our pledges like picking up the burnt pig and throwing it in a dumpster. Called the cops saying we murdered a dog. Now, when they showed up, they were real serious. I'm talking their hands are on their weapons. They're real confused. They come into the backyard, see me, and it's like, oh, hell. What you cooking now, Bair? Meanwhile, whole time this is going on, my major was aerospace engineering. So, like, maybe the government just bet on the wrong fucking horse. Did y'all see that Carrie Underwood was in the news here recently? She did a concert out in Los Angeles, and on the way into the venue, her bodyguard put his jacket over her to shield her from the paparazzi on the way into the show. Then afterwards, they arrested him because apparently in California, you're not allowed to conceal carry. I live for that groan. Oh, that's the best dad joke I've ever written. Oh, thank y'all for that. That's going to get me through like 3 open mics. I do have a confession. Like, I love Twilight. Twilight's my favorite vampire movie. I think Twilight's the most historically accurate vampire movie that's ever existed. And I can prove it, okay? I'll prove it. Look, all vampires, their lore is derived from Dracula, who was originally inspired by a guy named Vlad the Impaler, who got his name because back in the day, he would put pikes in the ground and put grease on it and take his prisoners and set them on it anus first. And then slowly, over time, that pike would go through their anus, into their internal organs, and then out their mouth, which is exactly what it feels like to sit down and watch Twilight. Love that movie. I'm glad you liked that one, Grant. I was kind of worried. I know you like Twilight. You look like you like Twilight. It's not just Twilight I've been watching. I've also been watching old horror movies, and I've learned something. Did y'all know that Frankenstein is not the name of the monster? That's the name of the doctor that made the monster. Okay, so follow me. During the sequel, he makes a female monster. But they don't call that the Bride of Frankenstein's monster. They call that the Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah, is he having sex with that zombie? He's trying to get some walking head. During the first movie, he was like, I can create life. Second movie, he was like, why'd I put a dick on it? He's got to go out to a graveyard, get him some parts for his brand new rotten fleshlight. Aww. My grandfather passed away last year, and I'm sure some of you have heard my dead grandpa jokes before, but here lately, he loved him, don't worry. Like I was telling him to him when he was alive, so he knew he was on his way out, so felt like it was better to let him hear the jokes. That way I feel justified later. But I've been learning a lot about inheritance, and one thing they don't tell you is when you inherit something, you inherit a lot of guilt, because like you've got all your loved ones' stuff, but you don't have your loved one. Like you just feel bad. It feels icky. It doesn't feel good. And when you leave everything behind, you leave everything behind, not just the cool shit. Like my grandpa, he was a cool dude, like an old cowboy. He broke horses his whole life, and like I thought he was gonna leave behind cool shit. And he did. He left behind like his old cowboy hat, and he left behind his old saddle. But he also left behind a refrigerator full of horse semen. Like I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that. Zane has been telling me I need to get some merch here lately, so see me after the show. I got it by the pint, by the gallon. I've even got some koozies I can sell you. That way you can keep it cold on your way home. Yeah, you don't want to let it get hot because that really ruins the flavor. Have y'all ever heard somebody say something so stupid that it made you feel sorry for them? Yes. Okay, every day, yeah. I used to live in Los Angeles for a little bit, and I was walking into work one day, and I met my boss on the outside of this parking garage. We were walking into work together, and on our way into work, we saw what could only be described as a dead homeless guy. Now, what clued me in on it was a dead homeless guy was obviously, the dead homeless guy, and then the 6 cops, 2 fire trucks, and an ambulance all standing around him. Yeah, it's a pretty serious situation. Well, my boss looks at him, looks over at me, and goes, maybe he's just taking a nap. I was like, yeah, that's why they're putting that sheet on him. They're just tucking him in. Had to quit working there. Okay, that's my light. Okay, cool. I'm gonna end on this since this is the topic tonight. Very tragic news, very near and dear to my heart. I'd like to bring some attention to it. Here recently in Ardmore, Oklahoma, there was a woman walking home from work, and she got mauled by a pack of 7 dogs, and she died. That is a very tragic, sad story. Till you find out all 7 dogs were dachshunds. For those of you not chuckling, those are wiener dogs. This bitch got mauled to death by 7 wieners. Doggy style. Fucked up thing about it, she didn't take 1 wiener dog with her. All 7 dogs lived through the experience. Like, dude, be honest with me, man to man. How many wieners do you think you could take? He just grins. He's like, a lot. All right, guys, my name's Bair. Y'all have a good night.
Good to Bair, everybody. Good dick start the night. All right. Moving on from that sentence. Coming up next is Chris Bailey, everybody.
What's up, Moose? So, I heard a guy got paid $35,000 to donate one of his testicles. And my only thought was, when I heard this was, wow, I'm officially balls deep in student loan debt. So I was sad today, and one of my friends said I should take some Adderall to feel better. So I did, and I wrote a list of 100 reasons why I feel sad. Yeah, Adderall gets you all revved up and anxious, like a gun going off before a race. And cocaine just makes you feel like you won. Yeah, but I don't know. I think the most awkward situation I've been in recent memory is when I ran out of toilet paper in a beautiful girl's bathroom. Tough decisions. Had I yelled out to the hallway for another roll, she would have known I was in the house.
Oh, shit.
This looks like a nice neighborhood, too. I have small man syndrome, according to tall assholes. Yeah, they're always like, why are you so pissed off? Because I'm 5'5", and if I don't look upwards at a man not pissed off, it just looks like I'm in love with them. It's tough down here, what can I say? But I think internet ads are really hitting below the belt these days. Like, I saw a pop-up ad with a couple spooning in it, and the woman had a worried look on her face, and the caption read, "Is he cheating on you?" So now I'm just trying to figure out what combination of Google searches, Amazon orders, and porn convinced the internet that I'm a woman with trust issues. My favorite song is the one that goes, my neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. You guys are nodding. You look like you're familiar with that song. Yeah, that song really fills in the gaps to my favorite childhood song, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. Glad you liked that. What's your name, man? Buddy? Nice to meet you, buddy. We met outside, and you just opened your hand out to me with open arms, and I just braced it like I knew you already, buddy, but I'm glad to meet you. Thank you. He is a nice guy. Round of applause for Buddy, everyone. Yeah. Getting a nice round of applause there, buddy.
I heard some shit about the guy, though.
You heard some... Alright. I think Captain Planet is so unrealistic. No one's gonna believe a guy with a mullet has that diverse of a friend group. I used to have a roommate that stole my socks. So to make things even, I started coming in his girlfriend. Don't fuck with my socks, is what he said. No. All right, Moose, that's all I got for you tonight. Let's give it back to your host.
Hey, Chris Bailey, everybody. All right. Coming up next is a newcomer to the Moose. Put it together for Arek. Well, I don't know if they're a newcomer to the Moose, but it's their first time on a Wednesday.
Yes, I am new to the Moose. I feel like I'm in Trader Joe's. That bell going off. Okay, I'm coming. This shouldn't take too long. If you could all just give me 5 minutes of your time, I would have more than an hour. And you would hardly miss it. At my age, you kind of get more aware of these things. I still, although I'm ancient, but no, it's okay. Now I'm freaking out. I can't even read my notes. Oh yeah. I kind of sometimes if I look familiar, it might be because I'm outstanding on freeway exits with a sign that says spare time, but so far I haven't gotten any. Okay, no spare time. I've been hanging out with a lot of people that are like a lot younger than me, which is really cool because they let me forget how old I am for whole minutes at a time. Anyway, yeah. Wow, that did better than I thought it would. Do I believe in God? Good question. Thanks for asking. I think of myself as being an atheist, but I don't think we're always in charge of our beliefs because most of the time I'm just I'm really pissed off at God for not existing. But it just it seems weird to me, like the religion, because religion is weird. Because you think about the creator of this universe of billions of trillions of stars, and he's still like interested in what I do in my bedroom. It's like get a hobby, God. I saw a sign in a shop window that said, "This is a hate-free zone." So I went in there and said, "Wow, I fucking hate myself. Deal with it, motherfuckers." Assholes. I can't even read my own writing. Can you read this? No. Oh, yeah. People say that America is the land of the free, but like every time I want to, pick something up and start to walk out with it, they go, like, got to pay for that, or else we'll arrest you or press charges. What's that all about? Land of the free shit. Sometimes I feel like I want to just crawl out of my skin, but when I do that, I just kind of turn inside out, and that's really gross. Because I'm kind of a bag of shit. Yeah, funny thing about that. I used to be able to wear a belt to keep my pants up, but then I lost my ass in Vegas. Well, no, to be honest, my ass hasn't really changed. The rest of me has kind of expanded. And then now every time I look in a mirror, I go, oh man, you look just like that emoji of a pregnant man. It's like that, and it's like, yeah, I'm hoping it's a girl so we can bond over hair and makeup. What else do I got? What do you think of all these billionaires riding their giant throbbing penis rockets into space? For me, kind of makes me pissed off. It's like, I hope next time Jeff Bezos goes up there that his zero-G toilet backs up and he has to pee in a bottle like all his fucking employees. And that's all I got today. Thank you. Thank you, Moose.
Put it together for Arek. Yeah. All right. I always try to come up with something to say between everything, but I'm really bad at this right now. But so I'm just gonna introduce the next guy, and that's gonna be a guy who also is not new to the Moose at all, but is relatively still kind of new to the States. I don't know. Johno Banks, everybody.
Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, it's that guy.
It's that guy. Oh.
I hope y'all are ready because this is gonna get awkward.
I know that.
Probably just for me, but I just, you're gonna be along the ride with me, okay? So, dicks and balls, finally a subject I can really get my hands on. God damn. Can't wait. Anyway, so, I don't know about y'all, but I watch a lot of internet. And so I decided to do a little bit of research on dicks and balls. And when you watch internet and type in dicks and balls, it's just nothing but instructional videos. I don't get it. There's no diagrams. There's no how-tos. It's just a bunch of fucking dicks and balls and parts. And I don't get it. It's just page after page after page. All I wanted to do was just get a little, info in my head there. Jesus. Nothing but porn. God damn. Lots of different types of wieners out there, though. There's, you got your straight ones, you got your growers, but not a shower. You got your dicks that just kind of stand up. Like, what is that? How does that work? I don't understand. Different types of dicks out there. And there's also different ways of masturbating, too. So, when I very first learned how to masturbate, I was probably about 12. And it was weird, because I was going to bed, and a shampoo commercial came on TV, and I was like, ooh. And then I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, what do I do with it? And I was like walking around my room like, I don't know what to do. I was like, do I do this to it? Like, I'm just like, ah! What do I do with this thing? I don't get it. And finally, I figured it out. And I don't know if you know this about guys, but the first few times that they masturbate, nothing comes out. You just have an orgasm. And that's it. And then the first time I came, I was like, ugh. I was like, now there's a cleaning up process to this? This is bullshit. I was having a great time. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Is it weird that I'm getting big dick energy off this microphone? Anyway, I just recently got a smartwatch. This is my smartwatch from Samsung. And constantly it tells me, it's like, you gotta get your steps in, you're not moving, blah, blah, blah. It keeps bitching at me. I kind of hate it. It's a useless piece of shit. But I have learned a hack. If you ever need to get some quick steps in, just knock one out with your watch hand. It's an easy 200-300 steps right off the bat. Makes you feel healthy. Different ways of masturbating too. So there's also a way to masturbate called autoerotic asphyxiation. I don't know. That was a lot more cheers for auto asphyxiation than I would have thought. A lot of belts around necks in this room, I think. But there's a hazard to it. You can suicide yourself by doing that. And don't ever suicide yourself by whacking off. Because you can hang yourself and you're just choking, and then what's that guy from NXS? He died from that shit. Yeah. Just a quick pulse check. Has anybody here suicided themselves? No?
Not so far.
Nobody suicided themselves? Okay.
Oh, twice yesterday. What are you talking
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Does that mean try?
Not try, but suicide.
Well, it was tied, so it's double negative.
I'm gonna have to double check that stat on the government website, because that was a very low number. Anyway, so there is a very specific dick that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Tell us more.
Alec Baldwin. And not just Alec Baldwin's personal dick. So he's been in the news lately because he shot that lady last year. It's been a whole fucking year since that happened. Shot that lady, shot the director, and then they're gonna redo the movie. They're gonna reshoot the movie. They're gonna fucking redo it. And he now is an executive producer on the fucking movie. So he literally shot his way to the top. But so, besides all that shit, here's something you might not know about Alec Baldwin. Last month he just had his 7th kid with his new wife, and they're all under the age of 10. 7 kids. He shoots a guy, and a month and a half later he's like, maybe we should have another kid. His wife was like, yeah, why not? I mean, you gotta replace the person you fucking murdered. Women have a mechanism to stop procreating. Men don't, which is dumb. I think that's absolutely stupid. Anthony Quinn had kids all the way up until his 80s. Come on, man. That's you can't have kids and be 80 and be like, it's your turn for diaper change. I can't even get out of the bed. It's my turn for diaper change. There needs to be a male mechanism to where it's just when you hit 56, your balls just fall off. Just okay, I'm done. Anyway, that was it for me. Cheers, y'all.
Johno! Hey, man, Johno, honestly, you're doing my job better than me. You kept this, you got it right back on track, talking about wieners and balls again. Which reminded me about a thing. So I have a question for the room. Women and or people who own vaginas. When y'all were kids, was it a thing for people to get in groups and masturbate together?
No.
Alright, so same question to the dudes.
All the time.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I had a couple of friends who one of their hobbies was to get together in groups and just watch porn together. And I for the longest time I was just those guys are weird, but I guess that's just a weird dude thing I don't get. Apparently it's just a weird fucking thing, period. Yeah. All right.
What are they doing now?
Actually one of them died. Yeah.
I know who it is.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That got weird. Moving on.
He was one of those guys.
Yeah. No, this is not one of those guys. Fucking promise. But this is an old friend of the Moose, my best friend and yours. Great Moritz, everybody.
How's it going?
So my first joke goes out to Tedford. Because earlier Tedford said he wanted to hear some of my shitty observations. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the flat Earth movement. Mostly because like it really breaks down when you think about mountains. Like, I'll be honest, it may not be round, but it sure ain't flat. Like, I have eyes. Like, what are these?
Definitely bumpy.
Yeah, it's not flat. I'm 100% certain of that. So that's my shitty observation. That's my single one. I don't observe much. I'm gonna raise this just a hair, maybe a lot.
You grew.
I don't think so. But I'll take your word for it. Okay. So the thing is wieners and balls, and here's like you guys ever, what a foreign concept to me is? Thinking with your dick. I just don't get that whole thing. Like, cause I get that's a whole guy. It's a whole man thing to just like put your dick wherever you can. But that's not anything that I've thought about. And sometimes that puts me in not the best situations. I was in Vegas. And at DEF CON, and that's the nerd convention of nerds, where all the nerds nominate their best nerd to go to this convention. And so I'm there, and in Vegas, that's all they did was just hand you fucking drinks the whole time, right? And so I'm just down in these little mini shot glasses of fucking flavored vodka or whatever, to the point where earlier in the night, I fell asleep on the toilet. And then I woke up because this other guy was like, hey, are you good in there? And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll get up. So then I'm walking around just stumbling around, and I see just like this woman who is obviously very attractive. And so she starts talking to me, and I'm thinking, man, I am just the coolest guy. This girl is talking to me. I'm just like, I'm going to tell her all about how much fun I'm having at this nerd convention. And so I go in real in depth about, basically, it was lockpicking, I believe. And so I'm like talking to this, obvious, in hindsight, prostitute. And I'm just kind of explaining to her the intricacies of lockpicking. Because I'm shit-faced drunk. And so then we talked for like a fucking hour, we talked for an hour, and after the end of it, she's like, hey, do you want to have sex with me? And I was like, no, I don't. But I felt really bad for having wasted an hour of her time that she could have been making money with somebody else that was going to have sex with her and pay. So I apologized profusely and bought her a pack of condoms. I think that's the most reasonable thing. But that's kind of to say that I don't think with my dick, but I've been trying as of recently. So what I've been trying to do is, and this is a brand new concept for me, just dick forward, right? So what I've been doing is I've been going. That's what I'm talking about. Thinking with your dick. What I've been doing is I've been going on your Facebook friend, people you may know list, and adding random women, and then messaging them saying something like, hey, this is random, but I saw you on my Facebook For You page. Do you want to? And that's, I don't know if that works for anybody, but it doesn't seem to be working. I'm just trying to make friends, really, but like. So that's my first attempt at thinking with my dick. I'll let you guys know how that goes in the future. Any other? I don't know how else to think with your dick, honestly. What else I got here? Ian's uncircumcised, so everybody make fun of him. Oh gosh, I'm you know, my feelings on circumcision are very one note, I guess. I want to be just like my daddy. Is that like not the standard opinion?
You're what?
My dad.
Oh, I thought you said Diddy.
Well, my daddy. Oh no, my daddy. Yeah, because I assume he's circumcised. Is that not like, why are most people circumcised then? I don't get it. All right, here's my thesis.
Did you say you assume he's the
Okay, yeah, no, that's not true.
You assume?
That's not true.
Okay.
I know he's circumcised.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's my question that I'm gonna maybe end it on, or maybe just keep talking. Here's my question: pubes, pubic hair. Does that just keep growing, or does it fall out at a certain point?
Never.
Like, is there anybody walking around with pubes down to their knees? Does that like happen? That's a genuine question, actually. Like, I don't know. I think that it just gets too long and falls out, right? Like,
I've taken care of elderly people, and yes.
they have fucking pubes down to their
Long as
knees?
fuck.
That's fucking wild.
Terrifying.
That
Yes.
is...
Oh my God.
Alright, so maybe...
That's a different aspect.
So what you're telling me is... Alright, but here's my... So whenever I shave my pubes, it gets all itchy, and how do you prevent that? Like, now we're just talking. I'm sorry. And so that's why I don't like it, you know? They don't fall out. Who gives a shit, right? And that's hair. Alright, dicks, balls, wieners. Balls should be inside the body.
They are.
No. They're hanging. No, they should be up in there. It's so unaesthetic.
They should be in the cavities.
They should, like, that's what women got. Ovaries are up in there. Like,
It's the same goddamn thing.
it's the same shit, right? It's just flipped. And so why are the balls, it's just aesthetically, the balls just are so out of place.
That's what makes sense.
Like, and I get it's fertility. They can't be too hot. You want to have children. I'd rather worry about aesthetics than children. And yeah, if honestly, actually that's a whole thing. You know, never mind. I was gonna, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to.
Man, I'm just really glad there's somebody here a little more awkward than me. It's nice. It's always nice to have that in your life.
No, that was the perfect way to end a set.
No, yeah, that's great. That's great. All right. That guy was a whole ass weenie, huh? All right. Anyway, coming up next is another person who has both wieners and balls. Zane Lovelady, everybody.
Alright, man. It's good to be here at the Moose on a Wednesday. So grateful to be here. The topic is wieners and balls. Last month was titties. Before that was Star Wars. All things Ian Redford loves. You just want to marry a trans clones trooper, don't you? Don't you, Ian? A trans clone trooper. Or stormtrooper, whatever you want, man. I don't know. What? How do you not know what I'm talking about? Take your glasses off. You're not even a real one, bro. What the fuck is going on here? A trans clone trooper, you know? Yeah. Uses the Force, but also kind of wants to be on the dark side, you know?
Never seen Star Wars.
Oh, look at Jason behind the bar with the slick observations. Look at that. Fucking never seen Star Wars. Jason Tedford has a college education. Look at him. Never seen Star Wars. I am grateful to be here. I am. Thank you. I am super grateful to be. We don't have to keep doing the themes, you guys. We don't have to keep doing it. I'm grateful for this stage time, but we could do creative writing on Tuesdays. This doesn't have to. We don't have to. I'm just letting you know. And if you want to, that's totally fine, though. But no, I'm glad you enjoy it, Jason. But we do have real comedians here. I want you to know. Yeah, I realize Grant Moritz went up before me, but I swear to God, they're real. There are real ones here. It's true. I'm not saying I'm one of them. Yeah, I just start my own company to get paid for stand-up in this city. I'm not one of them. Dustin's back there in the back. Dustin's at the loony bin all the time. Did you guys hear that the owner of the loony bin died? You guys hear about this?
I did hear about
You guys know? Yeah, you know Elizabeth. Do you still work there?
I do.
That's cool. I don't. Did I ever? No, I never worked at the loony bin. Yeah, the owner of the loony bin died, and unfortunately the GM did not. He's still there. He did just lose a tooth, though, recently. Did you guys know that? The GM of the loony bin. You guys... Did that just land with you, Dustin? Did you hear that I'm sad that Wayne's not dead? All right. Yeah, Wayne survived. You guys don't give a fuck. You guys don't. What's a comedy club? You guys, we're just here hanging out. I feel you, dude. I feel you. He actually just lost a tooth. You guys know about this? Yeah. Even the things inside of his head can't stand listening to him talk. This dude was like, I'm going to get out of here. It's for the two people that know that guy I'm talking about. Oh, goodness.
This is on the internet.
This is on the internet? Yeah. Yeah. Which is fucking stupid, by the way. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Why are we doing this? We're live streaming this? What the? Fucking how long you guys gonna wait, dude? COVID's not real. What the fuck are you doing? How many vaccines do you need? Holy fuck. Who's watching this shit? We're gonna have to get these people a fucking booster seat to get them out here, man. This shit's ridiculous. Ugh. Obviously not a popular opinion in this room, but you guys,
We were streaming before COVID, just so you know.
You were streaming before COVID? I know. The first night that you were streaming was the drunkest I've ever been on stage in my whole life. I was like, oh, that was the first one? Great. That's fantastic. I'm completely sober now, if I seem like I'm upset. Yep, yes, yeah, thank you. It's pretty frustrating. Pretty annoying. Dude, I want to physically threaten everyone watching this stream right now just to end it. I'm so upset. Yeah, sad about it. Sad about it. Sober. Fully sober. Anyone in here? No. He said no. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it too. Is that exact enthusiasm that you guys said? I'm tired of being sober, man. It's pretty annoying. I'm sober and I'm still poor. It's pretty frustrating. I thought that I know, what am I doing? What am I doing? I thought if I wasn't spending money on all those bar tabs that I was gonna have money after this. But nope, still have no money. It's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Yeah, man. Pretty annoying is also how all of my friends describe me right now. Yeah. Yep, pretty much everyone is ready for me to start drinking again. Yeah. Yeah, as annoying as I get when I'm drunk, this is worse. Yeah, man, I do. I'm gonna have to get back to it at some point. I used to drink well, but now it just feels like I threw myself down one. Just the driest well in the world. Yeah, man. All my friends are standing at the top of the well. We got whiskey up here, Zane. We could pour it in there and float you to the top. I'm like, no, it's all right. These rocks are really interesting down here. Oh, the caulk that they use to do all of this, it's so ornate and interesting. I love it down here. You know, you'd think that there was something wet in here once, but it really seems super dry everywhere. You guys have any more of that whiskey up there? You guys have any more of that whiskey to float me to the top? And all my friends are up there like, yeah, sorry, bro, we had to drink it to get through that story. Yeah, keep drinking whiskey. That might help all the rest of my sets that I do here in October. For the rest of you. Yeah, I know. I couldn't bring that set back from the COVID stuff, just like America's not going to be able to. So that's... Yeah. All right. Well, this was super fun. I got to go get my bell back from Ian. So, hey, how about it for him, man, hosting this thing? Ian Redford, everyone. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Zane Lovelady, everybody. All right, coming up next, somebody who's super good at drinking, in a good, in a positive way. Lena May Matheny, everybody.
Listen, I'm super sorry Zane is in that state right now. I wish you the best, and I wish you some sort of, what's it called? No. Something you can do, like, if not drugs and like alcohol and like marijuana. You need something, honey. And that's okay. Medical, yes. They're having a vote on it anyway. Listen, we're talking about dicks tonight. Yep. Dicks are good. Sometimes. So I thought about dicks all day. I was just thinking about them, and I was like, what am I gonna say? Because I didn't write anything down, and I was just like, what am I gonna say about dicks? And so our first physical therapy patient of the day, I work at a clinic. Our first physical therapy person of the day is Dick. And Dick is late. So I'm like, fucking Dick, where are you? Come here. So I call him. He's like 7 minutes late at this point, but I call him because I am a timely scheduler person. So I call him, and I'm like, hey, Dick, I say, hey, Dick, you coming? And he's like, what? And I'm like, you had an appointment at 10 a.m. You had an appointment at 10 a.m. I sent you the reminders and you hit the thing and you said, confirm. Dick, you confirmed. And he was like, oh, I did confirm it, but I thought it was for tomorrow. You must have got the scheduling wrong. And I said, well, I didn't say, but what I did say was, Dick, sir, I've never misscheduled a dick appointment. Ever. Never. Who would do that? It's Dick.
You always know when you didn't.
Oh my God, you do know, or you know you're gonna make that call and it's it's coming. The dick. Oh my God. We're talking about dicks. Tripped on my titty. That was one thing with my titty. Yeah. No, my titty. My grandma's titty. She tripped on her titty, not me. Yes. It's okay. Dicks. We're talking about dicks now, honey. Yeah. Well. Oh, where was I going? Shit.
Dicks.
You just railed me on dicks. All right, so I'm going to tell you one time in college. So I had sex with a man behind the podium in my psychology classroom. In my psychology classroom, I had sex behind the podium with another student. There was nobody there. It was at night. But he had a wiener shaped like a hot dog, like a bun length or larger hot dog. But, like, don't try to touch my heart if you can't touch my walls. Don't do it. Don't do it. It gets me nowhere. It gets you nowhere. Don't do it. If you have one of them, just put out an ad in the newspaper for a thimble-sized vagina, because fucking A. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it.
I think she just made a shirt.
Yeah, I'm sure. Where was I at? Was I talking about?
You were behind the podium inside.
Oh, yeah. So, and then after it was over, I told him, I was like, you have a hot dog weenie, and I never want to see you again. Thank you. Bye. I don't have to keep a penis because I fucked it. I'm telling you, everyone in the world, you do not have to keep a penis because you fucked it. It could be not for you, but for someone else. If you don't touch my walls, you don't touch my heart. Or don't try. That's awful. That's a false. I don't know. It's not okay. I will tell you. Okay, so I don't break too many hearts being me. Whoop. I don't break too many hearts being me, but I have broken as many hearts as I have dicks. It's something that has happened multiple times, and I'm like, you know what? You should be stronger. Listen, you're a delicate little baby. Because there's a lump, you broke your cartilage, wah wah. It's not my fault. Go hard, go fast, leave me alone, or fuck off. That's all I have to say. Ow. Oh, goodness. Hello. There are new people now that have to hear about. Okay, I will tell you the first time I saw a set of balls. It was not ideal. It was not ideal. It was an old man named Don that was camping with my father. I don't know what else, but he was camping with my father. And I walked up from swimming one day, and he's sitting at the picnic table. It's a stone picnic table, and he has short shorts on. And he's 55 years old. And there are balls. Like they're hanging way down. And I am my 10-year-old self, I was like, you have part of you hanging out of your shorts. Should you do something? Is something wrong? Is it hurt? You need to like gather them or what's up? Because I can see them. And he was like, Lena May, it's over 100 degrees outside, and my balls are really hot. And I was like, I mean, okay, Dawn, I'm gonna go swimming. And he's like, okay. And he just left his balls out because they were too hot next to his body. And I can't fault him for that. I can't. If I had balls, I'd be like, oh, as far away as they can get from my actual body, please let them go. Jesus Christ, they're ugly. Why would you want them next to your thigh? I have a pretty thigh. It's nice, it's soft, blah, blah, blah. But a nutsack would scratch it. And I'd be like, shit! All right, yes. Oh, no. I hope a really short person is going up next. Actually, is it you, Dustin?
I think so.
I can't move it up. I've moved it down a lot. You're going to have to do it like this. It'll be hilarious.
And his balls are gonna hang out.
And your balls are going to hang out to your knees because that's the way. You're 40 years old. You're 40-something years old. Anyway, oh my God. Oh no. I did it again. Oh no. I need to stop touching lots of things and focus. Hey. Hey, did I tell you I broke as many man's dick as I broke their heart? Yeah. Okay. It's plural on both occasions. So. Oh no. Is it? Okay. Bye, guys.
See, Lena, you gotta grip it at the base first.
Oh, no. Do you have to twist?
Yeah, yes. You gotta twist it. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, this is weird now. Let's go. Okay. So speaking of seeing genitals in public,
Oh no.
so for like a good few years, but not recently, but like for a good while, there was this customer who, people at my store that I worked at, and people next door in Hillcrest, we all know this guy. He's this he's this guy. He's like kind of short, super skinny and fit, and he's like easily in his 60s. And he's always wearing like skin tight running shorts with no underwear. And he has a massive dick. And you can see it every time you look at him. Like it's just right there in your face as soon as he is in your face. And he's just the guy. Like I'll be like talking to the people who work next door and they're like, oh yeah, the dick guy was here. I'm like, okay. And like it's just, I don't even know where to go with that. I just think that's absurd that like this guy is so proud of himself that he's just like, I'm the dick guy. Like that's my entire identity. Like, but like, okay, so on the opposite side of that spectrum, Lena also mentioned shaming people for having micro penises, right? Not necessarily, but that's where my mind went. I've actually got a couple micro penis stories. So one of my exes has told me this story where she like hooked up with this guy, found out he had literally a micro penis, and then just walked out and left and never talked to him again. And I thought that was so rude. I mean, I understand that you're like there for the sex and you weren't gonna get what you wanted, but like, it just feels weird to me. On the inverse of that, I've got this other ex who like whenever we first started flirting, I was just like feeling shitty and silly, and I decided to send her like a couple pictures of micro penises that looked like they could have been mine. Just as a goof, you know. So then like a month later when we finally do hook up for the first time, she's like so surprised that I have a normal dick. She's like so impressed by the normalness of it, which like first of all it made me feel pretty great, but also just like it's pretty cool of you. Like you were a bit of a trooper. Like you knew there was a micro penis, you still went for it. You know, like I respected that a lot. I mean, she also kind of turned out to be a horrible person otherwise, but like I appreciated that one little gesture.
She loved the micro penis.
Yeah. All right, that's enough of me rambling. We're gonna move on with the final comic of the night. Put it together for Dustin Vance, everybody.
lots of TikToks now, guys. That's what I do. It is. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun being old. It's fun being old. Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's awesome, guys. That was good. It worked out well, too. It was convincing. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the work I did. So y'all follow me on TikTok, A Lesser Vance. That video will be posted later. It'll be pretty good. You guys check it out. Man. Woo. Well, anyways, guys, it's been fun. Thanks a lot. Now, yeah, that's it. So it's cool. So, just a couple things. We proved, I've only seen 2 people ever bomb at a moose show. One of them was a red-haired dude that we thought was going to shoot the place up. Yeah, right. That was epic. Bair came up afterwards and really broke the tension on that one. We all thought he was going to kill us. And I don't remember who the other guy was. I don't know. Y'all might remember that one too. Anyways, it's fun to be here on Wieners and Balls night. I sat down to write like some Wieners and Balls stuff, right? I was like, I can do this. This is no big deal. And I could not come up with anything, man. I was like, God, come on. You've got a wiener. You've got balls. I've had my wiener 42 years. I've got a 42-year-old. Yeah, thank you. I've got a 42-year-old wiener.
Still doing good.
But I've only got like 32-year-old balls. Right? Yeah, Shelby, you're looking crazy. Listen, here's the deal. Did you know that as a man, you get your wiener on day 1, but the balls show up like 10 years later, like 2 unexpected twin brothers that just show up on the scene. Your dick thought everything was fine, and now they're just showing up, peeping out on either side of him. One's a little bit taller than the other. They're typical little brothers. You did not want them. They're jostling around. They're getting twisted. They're always fucking into something, you know. They make you get into a bunch of bullshit, you know, because your dick now has to like impress the little brother all the time. So he's showing off, you know. That's how all that starts, you know. So it is weird though. So like everybody talks about like old man balls, right? Well, that's not fair. Because every man's balls are 10 years younger than the rest of the man. So they're young man balls on an old man.
Oh, shit.
Right? Exactly. Buddy, how old are you?
Huh?
Actually, you're about my age, so it doesn't matter. Who in here is 30? Who in here is 30 years old? Who's younger than 30? How old are you, Ian? 28. Ian's got 18-year-old balls. Woo! Is anybody 27 or younger? Yeah. Oh, we can't talk about it. That's a sex crime. Sorry. Better luck next time, pervert. Yeah, your balls are 10 years younger than the rest of you, you know? I think that's why they're so sensitive and dramatic. Right? They show up later, they're little brothers, they got something to prove. Right? Like your wiener can take a hit. Like your wiener could take a shot and it'd be like, damn it. If your balls get hit just a little bit and they flip out, it is a big deal. The whole rest of the family's got to get involved because the balls are hurt. They just barely got touched. Grant, are you saying that these ball-related things don't relate with you?
It's not computing in my head.
So your balls aren't sensitive at all if they get hit or tapped or like.
10 years, like that's.
So your balls dropped like as an infant.
I thought that.
All right, no, it's fine. I just assumed that growing up in Saline County, I'd probably be behind on sex ed Turns out not in this room, not for Grant. All right, I know we've only got like 10 minutes here, but here's what I'm gonna try to do. When two people love each other very much. No, you're all right. So here's the deal: you're born, and your scrotum is there, right? But your testes, aka the balls, the boys, they've not come down to join the rest of things yet. They haven't. They're up. Okay. You ever heard the expression "when your balls drop"? Yours haven't. His balls haven't dropped yet. That's what it is. He's still a boy. He's a boy. We got a Peter Pan situation right here, guys. I saw the striped shirt and I was like, shit, it is. He's just a boy. All right. You know what? Earlier I was defending you against Zane, and now I'm Team Zane. Okay. Fuck Grant. Team Zane, fuck Grant. That's where I'm at. Johno, you were talking about the first time that you ever rolled your own dice, figured out how to roll your own dice, you know? It took a while. My first time, I've talked about it before. I'm gonna do an extended cut of it now. My first time was in a whirlpool tub, like with the jets, right? I turned on it and the jets were hitting it. And I was like, whoa. And when things started to happen, you get that feeling in your stomach like that, you know? When that started happening, I was like, nope, something's wrong. I've hurt myself. I've done something inside me. Something's happened. Pulled the plug on the drain, shut it off. I was done. I was scared. But I was also hungry for more, right? Yeah. Even at the risk of potentially dying and tearing something loose inside me, I was like, well, let's go a little more. See what we can find out, you know? So the next night, I went back. I did the full thing. I just let it happen. And I thought that was how you had to do it. It was a total hands-off situation for me for a long time. Right? I know, man. We were wasting a lot of water. And it was a whirlpool tub, so there was a power consumption involved in it as well. We were not a wealthy family either, so somebody should have clued me in to be like, hey, you're taking a lot of baths, and there's a better way. So I didn't have a whole lot of other wieners and balls stuff. I really wanted to. I wanted to come up with a bunch of it. I did think it's weird, though. I guess everybody else's balls came along a little later in life, right?
Oh, no. That's what I'm saying.
Right? No? Nobody else? Your balls don't drop and your body begins to change and your voice changes and you start... Yeah, that's the biological process. They're not always there. They're not always... They descend. They descend, and that's when you're ready to make a family. I'm not fucking with you. Somebody Google it. Get a projector. Get a projector up here.
He's a goddamn liar.
Did you Google when your balls drop and 9 months is what came out? Don't come near the stage. I will attack you. I will attack you, and I feel like the crowd would support me. So do not do it. Do not do it. Man, I'm glad all of y'all came back out for Moose Nights. This is a lot of fun. It's a quieter night than I would have hoped for, but there's still a bunch of y'all. We're having a good time like we used to. Yes! It's a good night. Everybody give it up for Jason and still hosting this event. And then to Ian for haphazardly running it.
Put it together for Dustin for expertly showing me up every time he's here. Thank you for enjoying my haphazardly run show and very graciously hosted event. Thank you for coming to the Moose. We will see you guys next time. As soon as you turn off the camera, I'm going to say more words, though.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.